Hi, I'm Joe, and this is my July wrap-up. I only read 4 books in the month of July, but that's okay. Summertime gets a little crazy sometimes. So I read Never Let Me Go by Kazuo, I can never say his name, Ishiguro. And I did a book talk on this, so I will link to that down below. This is a book about children who are born for donating their organs. That's the sole purpose of their life, and it's not as sad and depressing as it sounds. The story is told through one of the girls, and then it also has stories about her 2 best friends also. I also read Displacement, a travelogue by Knisely. This is a story about her time on a cruise with her elderly grandparents. Her grandma had dementia and her grandpa also had problems. They decided they were going to go on this cruise with through their nursing home or something rather. And this is a bit of a memoir of her time on that cruise with them. I really enjoyed it. I did not expect the emotion and deepness that came out of this because it's a comic book, you know, but it conveyed a lot of emotion and it was beautifully written and I really enjoyed it. I also read Prodigal Summer by Kingsolver. This story mostly revolves around 2 women who live near each other, yet they have no interaction with each other whatsoever. One woman lives up in the mountains in this park, and she takes care of the pathways and whatnot. Another lives in a big farmhouse at the bottom of this mountain, and she is not from the area. She married the man who lives in that farmhouse. And she has struggles fitting in with all of his sisters after his very sudden and unexpected death. And there's also a storyline between an old man and his neighbor lady. Just so many relationships in this book. I really enjoyed it. There's a lot about nature in here and more learning to live with nature and nature versus nurture kind of thing, with plants and plants being brought in that weren't indigenous to the area, and that's sort of how people come into the area, and a lot of different things. The relationships between all of these people, though, it was good. I really enjoyed this book. And lastly, I have We Are Pirates by Daniel Handler. Daniel Handler is Lemony Snicket. This is a book he wrote for adults. I almost bought it because the cover is gorgeous. It actually, in the bookstore, it had another paper cover over this part. It was absolutely gorgeous, and Lemony Snicket, I've never read Lemony Snicket, but it's quite a big name, so I thought, well, his book has to be great, you know. I am so glad that I did not buy that book. I borrowed this from the library, and I did not enjoy it at all. I also have a book talk on this. I don't know if I can even edit it to upload it because I just don't like this book. It's about a father and daughter who live in the San Francisco area, and he's having his own problems with work. She's 13 or 14 and has issues with being a 14-year-old girl and not liking anything about herself. It's described as this epic high adventure. This girl commandeers a pirate ship in the San Francisco Bay, and she has a pirate crew and goes around the San Francisco Bay terrorizing everyone, and there's bloodshed and all this stuff. It's not a high adventure. It's mostly just about this girl whining, not liking who she is, and her dad doing not very upstanding things. So, didn't enjoy that. If you did enjoy it, sometimes I felt like I was really stupid when I was reading it, because on the back it says all these things like dazzling, exhilarating, exuberantly funny. Did those people even read this book? So that's what I read in the month of July. Let me know what you read down below. I think that my favorite book was this one and this one. Really enjoyed those two. I will link to my book talk on this, so check down below, and I will talk to you later. Bye.